Hey everyone, today we are just south of Okarche, Oklahoma, and this is Highway 81 here. If you keep heading south, you'll get to the Concho Casino there that's owned by the Cheyenne and Arapaho. But we're here to take a look at a cemetery that's a Mennonite cemetery. It's pretty interesting. So right at the entrance of this cemetery is this nice monument. It says it's in memory of the pioneer Mennonite settlers. And they settled in this area soon after Oklahoma Territory opened by Run, April 22nd, 1889. Their first mission activity was among Indians. This colony was the southernmost for the Mennonites along the Chisholm Trail. Farmers of Swiss and German, Russian descendants were urged to settle here in order to establish the Christian faith on the frontier. Testimony of faith services continued in this church building until 1953. It now stands as a continuous reminder of the rugged faith of the pioneers to this area. The keystone of the Mennonite faith for over 400 years has been 1 Corinthians 3:11, and no one can ever lay any other real foundation other than the one we already have, Jesus Christ, and this was erected in 1972. Just kind of a simple little entrance into the cemetery. And what is interesting is they still have the steps to the old church that was here, the Mennonite church. This is the Cheyenne and Arapaho area, their territory. But the old steps to the church right here, still standing. I don't know what these are, blackberries? Someone will have to say. I am not going to eat these, but that's pretty interesting. I don't know what those are. I don't want to eat them, die out here, have some sort of food poisoning. But definitely a lot of berries on that right there. Growing right in the middle of the steps to the entrance of this church. I could be wrong, but I think Sarah and I years ago visited El Reno, Oklahoma, and those are really stained the fingers there. But we visited El Reno, Oklahoma, and they have this old church on the grounds there. So we'll have to do a video there sometime because it's pretty interesting to see. A lot of history in El Reno. Actually, this whole area, the Okarche, Kingfisher, El Reno. It's a tiny cemetery though. You can see that they had plans probably for a lot more, not only this church building, but a lot more graves and such as that. But this is well maintained out here. This is a busy highway. This highway basically kind of runs the Chisholm Trail in a way, and a lot of traffic. These are a lot of what's up through here. These are wheat fields over here that you're seeing in the distance. And then you can see the wind turbines, natural gas, little oil donkeys out there because there's a lot of oil. But like I said, it is not a big cemetery, but it is pretty interesting. So the Mennonites were here, the Lutherans were here, all sorts of things that kind of came down in the area and started churches. Silas Meshberger, 1902 to 1987. There's a Meshberger here, 1898 to 1989, and 1900 to 1968. This is Memorial Day weekend of 2020, so it is well visited. A lot of Meshbergers there. Some of these names I may have a little trouble with. I guess that's Zeiss right there. And it is still an active cemetery. So people are still being interred into this cemetery. Like I said, it's well maintained. This is interesting with the rocks there. Very nice. And Hollingshead. Katie, wife of A.L. Hollingshead, 1891 to 1920. And here we have Martha Iholtz, 9 years old, 1911 to 1920. But you have a Dietrich Leck there. And Dietrich is 1886 to 1949, and Anna 1896 to 1989. And this is the infant daughter of Dietrich and Anna. Got a few older monuments here too. Joseph Avery, 1883 to 1947. Not sure who that is, because there's no writing on it. Sarah Avery, 1883 to 1925. It is very windy out here, so hopefully the wind is not a problem. Even with my mic, I think it could be a problem. Lucille Neuschwander. So there's a homemade monument there, and someone came along in 2018 and placed a newer monument in the memory of their loving aunt. This is wheat right here. You can see it just kind of waving in the wind. So I'm not sure how many of you guys out there have seen wheat, but if you eat the wheat cereal and whatever products that come from wheat that you might enjoy, there's where it's growing here in Oklahoma. That I don't see writing on unless it's on this side. Henry Such, I guess. Kind of difficult to read since it's kind of down like that. And that's the Hollingshead that we looked at. And then let's see here. This is Reeves. It's Father E.A. 1862 to 1941, and Mother Ella 1870 to 1948. And you can see the different piles of dirt where they've still buried people out here and then put that up. This is John P. Weideman, 1845 to 1920, and Rosa, his wife, 1855 to 1938. And then we have Lydia, who is the daughter of John and Rosa, and she died September 29th, 1900, aged 25 years. Let's see who else we have. We have Margaret Zweigscher. That's a tough one to say. And Raymond. He passed away in 1974, and looks like he could be a veteran because someone's been out here placing a flag, I guess. 1927 to 1974. And pretty interesting to see. That is a heck of a name for me to try to pronounce, but I think it's Zweigscher. Clarabelle, 1913 to 1926. Angelina, 1894 to 1918. Emil, 1879 to 1956. And here is Harold Rudolph Schweitzer, Seaman First Class, United States Navy, World War II veteran, January 6, 1917 to July 6, 1987. And then Edward here, and he was a Tech 4, U.S. Army, World War II, June 18th, 1912 to August 13th, 2002. And then this one is facing this way, so we'll come back on this side. Eleanor Lorraine Cook, and that's 1925 to 1926. And Violet Marie Cook, and looks like 1933. Not very old. April 27th, 1933 to October 11th, 1933. Let's see who else we have. We've got Heinrich Jansen. No dates on that. And none with Maria right there either. And these kind of go back and forth different directions. O.A. Hoffman, 1878 to 1969. We have a Grace Hoffman, 1892 to 1975. Like I said, it's switching back and forth. This was William Broderson. He was a captain in the United States Army, World War II, April 5th, 1911 to September 24th, 1993. I notice there's another Broderson over here, Herman Broderson, 1907 to 1934. And there's actually a border around this. So I don't know if there's someone else in there or not. Pretty good sized cedar tree. The base of it is really big. And then it's very windy out this way. And we're kind of up in the middle of nowhere. So lightning could have struck that at some time, or just wind. We got some older looking ones over this way. We'll come back over to that other section. This is Alcy Pearl, and daughter of L.O. and M.F. Fees, born July 13th, 1898, and died July 19th, 1898. Let's go see these over here. Like I said, you might hear the cars in the distance. Very busy highway. Bornholt, F. William, 1864 to 1936, and Emma, 1866 to 1947. Not only that, you can see where it has a placard down there, and it says Pioneer 1889, and you can of course see them coming in with the wagon there, the schooner, and he's got the cattle leading it, and there's a guy with a whip there. So that's a pretty neat little monument. And then the writing on this one was on this side, and this is Bessie Bornholt, the daughter of E.W. and Emma, 1898 to 1901. And here's some right here. We have William Schwarberg, December 17th, 1833 to February 9th, 1913. Age 79 years, 1 month, and 23 days. Asleep in Jesus. Our loving Father, it says. Nothing on that side. On this side it says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. This is also a pioneer, so you can see the little placard there designating that they were pioneers. It says, in after time we will meet her, safe in the arms of Jesus, safe on his gentle breast, gone but not forgotten. And this is Elizabeth Schwarberg, wife of William Schwarberg, December 2nd, 1829 to December 21st, 1906, age 77 years. And blessed are they that die in the Lord. This is Arthur E. Cook, November 9th, 1880 to December 16th, 1945. Brother John V. Cook, 1887 to 1953. And then we have James Monroe Cook, 1848 to 1927, and Angeline Howard Cook, 1860 to 1948. This is a pretty interesting one right here. The Broderson, J.C. Broderson, born May 8th, 1873, and died March 29th, 1907. I really love that one. It's in really good shape. And this is Thomas Broderson, November 15th, 1843 to September 30th, 1913. It looks like someone's planted something there, kind of growing on the corner of it, and it's pushed away that, but I don't know. I guess maybe they keep it trimmed and under control. I don't know. Stella P. Broderson, 1885 to 1932, and Albert T. Broderson, 1878 to 1963. A lot of Broderson. There's some more right there. The newer marker. You can see the footstones right here. And then this is Mitchell, Edward W., 1885 to 1951, and Helena, 1879 to 1960. Noticed a veteran right here. And this is John V. Cook, Sergeant 15th Company 1, what is that, Merchant Regiment, World War I, 1887 to 1953. We'll go back over here, show a little bit more here. This is, like I said, more Brodersons here, Marion M. And this is January 22nd, 1910 to November 24th, 1956. And Jewel, March 3rd, 1911 to August 4th, 1996. And then we have Margaret and then Bobby, his February 26, 1933 to March 13th, 1980. Bobby was a sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps in Korea. Pretty interesting history there. So we've got Brodersons there. And then we've got Gerard. Brothers and sister, Louis Leon, 1910 to 1918. And there's some keys that have been left right up on top of that monument. 3 keys right there. And then that's it on that. Ida C. Waymuller, if I'm saying that correctly, April 30th, 1881 to August 17th, 1902. And we have a mother and father here. No names, just dates. January 3rd, 1852 to July 19th, 1926 on the mother. Father is December 24th, 1848 to April 15th, 1936. This is another Waymuller, and this is Carolyn, looks like. And pretty interesting. I think there could possibly be a foreign language on there because I'm having a little trouble reading it. So maybe some German, I guess. Nothing on the backside there. And this is the Schmitz, the little rock area here. This is George Schmidt, Oklahoma private in the 133rd Infantry and 34th Division in World War I. April 26, 1885 to December 7th, 1949. He also has a number right up here that's interesting. I don't really see a whole lot of, but there is a number that's been placed there. Kind of a homemade cross that's right up there by the family plot monument. And this is Hannah M., August 9th, 1900 to December 23rd, 1924. And then Mother Hilke, Hilke, January 26, 1864 to August 19th, 1930. And then Father Eno, or Eno, E-N-N-O, middle initial A, September 16th, 1850 to July 18th, 1924. So just a tiny cemetery, still out here, little pioneer cemetery. But pretty interesting to see, and there are still descendants that are choosing to be interred into this cemetery, and it's still well maintained. It would be completely overgrown if not. Everything is well mowed and edged around. So thanks for joining me on this little cemetery tour. I know it was a quick one, but I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.